What else? What else? Facts. Facts. What else? What else? What else? It's a whole bunch. What else? What else? Facts. Facts. Word. They say smoking bad for my lungs, but I need it daily. The juice pop out the bowl, you can call me Stanley. Broken down for three, judging fancy, they don't care. See you jumping out the gym, you think you Jordan, they gon' air it. How the fuck is you preparing? They get crack you down like you was airing. Blow your brains out just for staring. That's the shit we hearing. Know you heard them silent man. Open doors inside the vandals, firing shots inside your window. All I need is my extendo. They cruising through, they tryna aim at you, they tryna bang at you. You know what famous do, you know what changes do, that shit change your view. If you aiming at me, then I'm aiming too, and your aim is cool. You better watch your lane, the way she move, you could be fooled. Oh my god. Back on my grind and you know that I'm getting it. Who could be more wicked than a nigga? Trigger finger itching, ain't no syphilis. Human statements, nigga, and you got witnesses. I understand how real it's in the jungle. Had to maintain and keep it going under. Now I'm in my book, and I keep it humble. Only true brother could love it. I'm from the city of brotherly love. You could get money or you could get slugged. RP to the both being dead. Guess he was gone too early. Couldn't even get a burger. The way you living is murder. It's murder, the murder, the murder, the murder, the murder. I used to want to be a surgeon. Don't think I can carry that burden. I can keep it attack person. Instead of my people is hurting.
Oh, what up? What up? What up? What up, though? What's good, man? What's the vibes with everybody? Hopefully everything Gucci. It's the boy Bliggers. I'm tapping in again with y'all. Use my hair. I know my shit look crazy. Definitely got to get it retwisted up. Probably gonna handle that sometime this week or sometime next week. I don't know yet. I like the scruffy look. So anyway, figured I hop on today, drop some new shit, put some new shit on. You know, hopefully it draw the right crowd, whoever need to see it. You know my topics and what I be on. If you don't, you know, I relay messages to the men, the young adults, as far as the grown men, whether they older in my age bracket or younger. I believe that we are supposed to empower the youth. You know, so that's what we doing over here on this side. But if you also don't know, I deal with mental illness, mental health, depression, things of that sort. So, I'm dropping another one today on that topic. Today, we're going to be talking about different remedies to use, different outlooks to take with depression? What's some of the do's and don'ts? What's some of the things that you could use, or some of the medications you could look, or what type of ways you could use to cope that depression that you deal with? But first, you have to figure out what forms of the depression you have, because there are multiple forms. It's not just one type. There's different levels to it. There's a spectrum, just like you have with like people with mental conditions, or um people with autism. It's a spectrum that they're on. It could be a low spectrum, a medium spectrum, or a high spectrum. And determine on what you've been through in your life and what traumas you have and how you deal with your issues, that can play a major part in where you fit on the spectrum. So today I'm gonna switch it up. I ain't really gonna do too much talking, too much reading. I'm gonna let my guy do that. My guy's gonna do that for me today. It's something different. Most of the time on my shit, I'm going to be doing my own thing. I'm not gonna be, using other things. But this time, for these purposes, I don't feel like talking that much. So I'm gonna allow what the fuck this shit is supposed to be used for, not for it to use me. I'm gonna use it. That's what I'm gonna use it for. So here we go. Today we are discussing. Let's see. One second. One second. One second. Chill. Chill. 1 second. I got you. Relax. I got you.
Natural Remedies for Depression: More Than 20 Ways to Help Overcome Symptoms, by Dr. Josh Axe, DC DNM CN. No matter which source you look at, the prevalence of people dealing with depression symptoms is staggering, and it's led to a host of individuals searching for natural remedies for depression. For instance, according to the World Health Organization, an estimated 3.8% of the entire population and 5% of adults around the world suffer from depression, about 280 million people worldwide, and it is roughly 50% more common among women than men. As far as the United States is concerned, more than 21% of adults report dealing with depression, according to United States News and World Report. Meanwhile, the National Institute of Mental Health reports 8.3% of United States adults, about 21 million people, have dealt with at least one major depressive episode in the past year, with the prevalence again higher for women at 10.3% compared to 6.2% for men. What are we doing to prevent?
What a lot of people don't realize is, what a lot of people don't realize is, yo, we all have some form of depression. Like we all suffer from that shit, but a lot of people don't even know. Like I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was explaining to him about it, and I was explaining to him like we all have that shit. Just like we all have narcissistic traits. But like I said, these things are on spectrums. So there's certain things that we all have in us. We all have negative traits, dysfunctional traits, um, mental traits, mental issues, whatever. But there's also levels to them as well. There are levels to it. And a lot of people don't even know that they suffer from it. They just might think, oh, I'm in a bad mood, or, I'm sad today, or it's been a bad week. No, these are forms of depression, good brother. It's not that you're sad. It's not, yes, depression comes with sadness, but it's not normal. But because of how we were raised in life and all of these things, to some of us is looked at as normal. Like, oh, it's just an, this happens regularly. It's just a sad mood that'll pass over. No, you could have some type of mental issue. You could have some type of, trauma issue. Something could be deeper than what you know. So pay attention. Don't brush it off. Let's get back into the session.
And treat this life-altering mood disorder. The typical treatment that is effective for many, antidepressant medications, doesn't work for every person with depression and also comes with a slew of side effects. The good news is there are natural remedies for depression that are effective and help address the root cause of the disease. These include dietary adjustments, physical activity, lifestyle modifications, and even using essential oils for depression, among other natural remedies for depression. Causes. Depression is when a person experiences low mood persistently to the point that it starts to interfere with her daily life. Struggling with depression can be extremely painful for both the person experiencing the symptoms and her loved ones. The causes of depression are varied and include stress, unresolved emotional problems, neurotransmitter imbalance, hormonal imbalances, food allergies, alcoholism, nutrition deficiencies, lack of sunlight, toxicity from metals, toxic mold. Although depression can happen at any age, it often develops in adulthood. For example, it's especially prevalent in middle-aged or older adults who are struggling with other serious medical issues, like cancer, diabetes, or Parkinson's disease. However, there has been an alarming rise in depression symptoms among young adults, particularly in the age range of 18 to 29 years, and even children in recent years. Other risk factors for depression include a family history of depression, taking certain medications that cause depressive side effects, major life changes, ongoing stress and trauma, loneliness, and other illnesses. Many women also experience depression during pregnancy and giving birth, postpartum depression, as well as during menopause. Symptoms. Depression can manifest with a variety of different symptoms, including fatigue, persistent sadness.
Okay, pause. Okay, pause that for a minute. Hopefully you listening to what my man's is saying, because what he's saying is really, 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 if you don't know these things, then you won't be able to pick up on your triggers when these things are happening. So pay attention to what's being said. When I speak, listen to me. 'Cause I never say anything just for nothing. Like when I speak, I'm speaking because it needs to be heard. If I'm quiet, ain't nothing to be said. If I'm speaking, it's a reason why I'm speaking. So take this shit, listen to it, and apply it.
Low mood, irritability, feelings of worthlessness and hopelessness, difficulty concentrating, difficulty sleeping, low sex drive, changes in appetite, weight changes, feelings of helplessness, disinterest in hobbies or activities, aches and pains, headaches, digestive issues, thoughts of death or suicide, attempting suicide. Conventional treatment. Conventional treatment for depression typically involves the use of medications and or psychotherapy. The most widely used form of medication for depression is selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs, which include drugs like Celexa, Lexapro, Zoloft, Prozac, and Paxil.
Now, if y'all remember, in a couple other videos, maybe 2 or 3 videos before this one, I told y'all about that. I told y'all about the SSRIs and things that are certain treatments that you could get that'll help. Now, those are more so for people with, the funds or, the insurance and stuff to be able to afford it. For others, there are other remedies that you could use. You feel me?
Research has shown that antidepressant medications do help patients with depression, but they work as symptom suppressors rather than cures. Once a patient is no longer taking the antidepressants, the symptoms will probably recur. In addition, antidepressant medications have serious side effects that can include suicidal thoughts, weight gain, and personality changes. Another danger of psychotropic drugs like SSRIs is that they can cause neurotransmitter degradation, leading to changes in the brain. In addition to medication, psychotherapy is another option. There are several forms of psychotherapy that can be helpful, including talk therapy or counseling, problem solving therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, and interpersonal therapy. A study conducted at The Ohio State University found that when cancer patients suffering from depression were asked if they would rather use individual counseling, antidepressant medications, or support groups to address their symptoms, preference for individual counseling was significantly higher than the other options. Counseling can be an effective depression treatment, along with other natural remedies for depression. Natural remedies for depression. 1. Health.
We're gonna get back to that. Let me break real quick for a quick story. So I suffered from this shit my whole life, but within the past year, 2 years or so, I've been for the past 2 years, I've been picking up on it and wondering like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I've been trying to figure this shit out for like the past year and a half, like, cause it's been happening my whole life. But throughout the past 3 years or so, 4 years maybe, nah, let's take it back. For the past, mm, I say for the past 10, 15 years, it's been worse, and it's just been getting more and more and more severe throughout these past couple years and shit. So being as though it's been getting so bad, I had to self-reflect and start to really put the pieces to the puzzle together and really like dig inside and figure out what the fuck the issue is. And it takes a lot. It's not easy. And it takes a lot. It's not like something you could do overnight. If you know, you know. But back to the story. So when I was younger, when I was little, um, uh, I was put in the like like the orphans and shit, like the orphan family was put in that kind of shit, and like like uh like the system got involved and shit, and they made us take therapy. They made us do therapy, and I had to go to therapy like twice a week. I had to go to therapy like twice a week for like a long ass fucking time. But when I was going, every time I would get like comfortable, 'cause like I'm not a talker. I don't talk to nobody. Like I deal with my issues and shit by myself. For them, like I'm usually the mediator. I'm the person that people come talk to. I'm the person that people come and you know tell me their deepest, darkest feelings and desires and shit. Like people trust me with they feelings and emotions and shit and they secrets. I mean, um, so I'm not a talker. Like I don't. I mean, you would never know what the fuck is going on inside this head. So them sending me to therapy. Mind you, I'm like 10. My shit just way sharper now. But the way I am now, I've always been like this. Like I've always been like this, bro. So I wouldn't never talk. Like, you like I'm not talking to you. I don't know you. How you gonna help me? You know what the fuck I'm going through right now? Family and shit, issues and shit. lifestyle and how I'm living and what's really going on in my life at 10 years old, 12 years old, 8 years old. I mean, shit going on, shit going crazy. I don't know what the fuck. I'm not talking to you. How you gonna help me? You gonna give us some bread? I mean, you gonna pay these bills and shit that we got going on? Like, is you gonna stop all this trauma and shit that nigga going through? Nah. So what am I talking to you about? But being as though I had to keep going and shit, eventually I would get, you know, it would get me to open up and talk to him. But every time this would happen, I would get a new counselor or a new therapist. Like something would end up happening. Whenever I would open up, it might be 2 or 3 sessions. I finally open up, and then bitch get a job transfer, or the therapist, they I'm happening in their family. They gotta, they not working no more. I remember the last lady that I really got comfortable with. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry if it's not, it really don't matter now at this point anyway, but I think the lady name was Miss Jennifer. White lady, real nice, beautiful. I mean, and I was like 11, 12, and I went to like 2, 3 sessions with this lady. I wasn't saying shit to this lady, but she was sweet. Fourth session, I go up there, she opened me up. She opened me all the way up. I'm talking about shit, telling her everything. I get close with her. So now I'm like, I'm happy. Like, all right, now I'm happy to go to the sessions now. Like, all right, I got somebody I actually really like. 2, 3 sessions I go, maybe the fourth or fifth session I go. We getting somewhere now. I'm feeling better. That fifth or sixth session I go, she like, yeah, sorry to tell you, I'm moving to Florida. I got another job opportunity or whatever, whatever, whatever. But I don't want you to stop talking. We're gonna get you another therapist, and just the same way you've been with me, just do that with them because you really, you mean you got a lot on your plate or whatever that you need to, if you carry this with you for the rest of your life, it could be detrimental. So I might have had like 2 more sessions with her before she left. And then after that, when she left, bro, I shut down completely. That's like 11 years old. I shut all the way the fuck down. I ain't been talking since. From 11 till now, nigga ain't been talking about shit. But venting is good. Um, for me, writing helps. Writing helps me a lot. I can write about anything all the time. Sometimes I get like writer's block because I write so much. Writing helps. Music helps. Um, Exercise is helpful. If you're not a talker, if you're a talker, I would recommend therapy. I would actually recommend therapy to anybody. But if you're not a talker, you don't trust nobody. You like me, you don't trust the motherfucker. I don't trust nobody. Not even a therapist. I don't give a fuck if it's your job or not. I still don't trust you. It's only but so much I'm gonna give you. If you don't do therapy, counseling, um, like I said, music, writing, exercise. What else helps me? I used to think sex was one of the things that helped, but that's a fucking lie. Sex is not an escape for your problems or your issues or your sadness or your emotions. That is not the way to handle that shit. A lot of people use sex to get over their pain, bruh. Nah, nah, nah. Believe me, from a motherfucker that nah. I mean that shit just cause soul ties and shit. I mean, cause you putting all that pain in that bitch, like. I'm sorry, you putting all that pain and emotion inside of that woman or that girl or lady, and Yeah, yeah. It's deeper than shit so deep. Anyway, let's get back to the situation. Let my boy get back and do his thing. Hold on.
Healthy and well-balanced diet. You may be surprised to learn that your food choices can have a significant impact on your mood. It's key to eat foods that support neurotransmitter function, which are the brain's messengers that control your mood, energy levels, appetite, and many other processes in the body. Neurotransmitters are significantly influenced by the foods you put into your body. That's why you want to make sure to eat plenty of mood boosting and happy foods and limit or avoid bad mood foods. A 2018 study showed that eating an anti-inflammatory diet, such as one that closely mimics the traditional Mediterranean diet, can reduce your risk for depression. When compared to other balanced diets, including the Healthy Eating Index diet, dietary approaches to stop hypertension diet, dietary approaches to stop hypertension diet, and dietary inflammatory index diet, study found that the risk of depression was reduced most with adherence to a healthy Mediterranean type diet. A 2009 study published in the British Journal of Psychiatry examined the association between dietary patterns and depression. There were 3,486 participants who fell into one of two dietary categories. The first was those who ate a whole food diet, heavily loaded with vegetables, fruits, and fish. Second was those who ate processed foods. These foods included sweetened desserts, fried food, processed meat, refined grains, and high-fat dairy products. After 5 years, the participants were assessed. Researchers found that those who stuck to the whole food dietary pattern had lower odds of depression. In contrast, high consumption of processed food was associated with an increased risk of developing depression. Eating healing foods can be transformative. Here's a breakdown of the whole anti-inflammatory foods that should be part of your diet to prevent and treat depression. Omega-3 foods. Research has revealed that one of the most important components of your diet in order to prevent or treat mood disorders is eating omega-3 foods. Omega-3s benefit the brain by promoting communication processes and reducing inflammation. The best omega-3 foods include wild-caught fish like salmon, mackerel, herring, and whitefish, along with walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, natto, and egg yolks. Fruits and vegetables. A diet high in fruits and vegetables increases your intake of vital nutrients that support your mood. Fruits and veggies high in folate, for example, promote the brain's metabolic processes, and research has shown that a folate deficiency can lead to depressive symptoms. Some of the top folate foods include spinach, asparagus, avocado, beets, and broccoli. Your body also needs antioxidant foods to combat the biochemical changes that take place when you're under stress. A study published in the Indian Journal of Psychiatry found that antioxidant therapy for
Pause that for a second. I love asparagus.
6 weeks significantly reduced both depression and anxiety scores in observed patients. Some of the top antioxidant foods include blueberries, goji berries, blackberries, cranberries, and artichokes. Healthy fats. Healthy fats provide important vitamins and minerals that boost energy levels and mood. Plus, eating healthy fats helps prevent free radical damage that may be associated with depression. However, it is important to understand that not all fats are created equal. In fact, research has shown that there is a detrimental relationship between consuming trans fats like hydrogenated oils and depression risk. Stick to eating healthy fats, such as avocados, grass-fed butter, coconut oil, extra virgin olive oil, and omega-3 fatty acids, like walnuts and flax seeds. Lean protein. Eating protein is critical for supporting neurological function and balancing hormones. Protein foods also provide energy and boost our mood. We need to consume plenty of protein throughout the day because the amino acids allow for many of the body's functions. When you don't eat enough protein, you become fatigued, your immunity weakens, and you experience moodiness. The best sources of protein include grass-fed beef, lentils, wild fish, organic chicken, black beans, yogurt, free-range eggs, raw cheese, and protein powder made from bone broth. Probiotic foods. Eating probiotic foods increases energy levels, supports cognitive function, and promotes mental wellness. Some of the top probiotic foods include kefir, yogurt, kombucha, miso, raw cheese, and fermented vegetables. In fact, a great way to consume probiotics is to drink kombucha every day because it also contains enzymes and B vitamins that boost your energy levels and helps detoxify your body. 2. Limited or no refined carbohydrates and sugars. Have you ever wondered why you crave refined carbohydrates and sugars when you're feeling sad? If you tend to reach for the cookies or potato chips in tough moments,
All right, so we got about maybe a half hour to 40 minutes more of this. This is a long research situation. So if you don't have no snacks or no drink or anything you need, I might take a little break, go grab me a little snack real quick, and then come back. Yeah, you got like 2 minutes. I'll be right back. I mean, we gonna thug it off real quick, take a little break, and we'll resume in about 2 minutes. You feel me? Everybody cool with that? If not, I apologize because I'm doing it anyway. So yeah, all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We starting right now. Hey, yo, what's up? Vegetarian in the pepper that hasn't. Hey, yo, what's up? Oh, okay. I see what's going on. There we go. There we go. My bad, y'all. My bad. My fault. My fault. My fault. Let me get right. And then we're going to take that little 2 minute break. Oh, why is this dude on my shirt?
Lights are going up, snow
Break.
falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. Big Rivy's here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon and loses today. You are reaping what lies in fortune's control, abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? Toward goal and straining. The whole future lies in us. Live a me. Feel good to release some of this anger. Possibly never there, so my mom's had to make her. Promise I'd always protect her if she was a danger. When approach the situation, gotta look from every angle. Cause everybody don't think like you, shit. And everybody ain't gonna like you, try to bank on you like Michael. Just cause they caught up in the cycle, I'd be damned if I say that I ain't believe in that Bible. Maybe that's why I think like a disciple. Times have been short and we too focus on the idols. I said first, I ain't know what the perfect. I beat my rivals. They say no, it was crazy till they was caught up in the titles. Nowadays we get you caught up in the title. We got so much in common. I swear that I'm just like you, but you in denial. They say I'm wild. Mama got greedy and none of them three. Under 6 feet, grateful. Thinking to myself, we need to pray more. One false move, it's all over like the 8 ball. I see it y'all weight charge. In my mind, on my money and your money on that 8 ball. Real brother to myself, y'all niggas playboys. Every time I lose some, I bounce back and make more. I can't see myself categorize a fake ball. Too many fathers give up on kids and go AWOL. Sally the mother bitch they try to make you pay for. For something I'm still learning at the days for. When I need your respect, where I feel like I got a slave for. Let's keep this shit decent. Last place I wanna be is sitting in the precinct. Got too much to prove in my life before I leave it. ARIAH, you know I mean it. But when they tell you, just don't believe it.
Oh, Alright, I'm back, man. My bad. Y'all know. I gave y'all a warning. I told you motherfuckers go get your snacks. Go get your drinks. Told you it's gonna be about 2 minutes. I ain't lie. It only was about 1.5. Hopefully you got your snacks and your drinky drink, your sippy sip, and we're gonna get right back into it.
It's because high carbohydrate foods trigger a release of serotonin, a natural opioid that acts in the brain similarly to the drug opium. Although these foods improve your mood for the moment, they also can lead to weight gain, issues with sleep, candida overgrowth, and low energy levels, making your depression symptoms worse. An investigation conducted at Baylor College of Medicine in Texas found that sugar consumption rates were correlated with the annual rate of major depression. Another systematic review, published by the American Public Health Association, found that there is a significant relationship between unhealthy dietary patterns, such as eating a Western diet that's made up of mostly ultra processed foods, and poorer mental health in children and adolescents. Diets that are high in refined sugars are actually harmful to your brain because they promote inflammation and oxidative stress. To reduce depressive symptoms by supporting the health of your brain and balancing your hormones, avoid eating packaged and ultra processed foods that are made with refined carbohydrates and sugars. Stick to real whole foods that are in their natural form. One specific diet that covers many of these dietary alterations and might have specific impact on depression is the ketogenic diet. In fact, one case study saw patients have complete remission of major depression and generalized anxiety disorder within 7 to 12 weeks of following a personalized ketogenic diet for depression. Other studies have unearthed similar promising results regarding the effectiveness of the keto diet as a potential natural remedy for depression. 3. Fish oil. Omega-3 fats are critical for neurotransmitter function, an important component for emotional and physiological brain balance. Research published in Central Nervous System Neuroscience Therapeutics analyzed 3 studies that involved the treatment of depression with omega-3 fatty acids. One study compared the benefits of omega-3 therapy to placebo therapy. Another study tested the effects of omega-3s on children with depression, and the third study was an open-label trial using the omega-3 eicosapentaenoic acid, EPA, to treat bipolar depression. Researchers found that omega-3 fatty acids showed highly significant effects. For example, in the open-label study involving people with bipolar depression, patients who completed at least 1 month of follow-up achieved a 50% or greater reduction of depression symptoms. Fish oil supplements are a great way to ensure you get enough omega-3 fats. 4. Probiotics. Research has revealed that probiotic supplements can improve mental outlook, which is due to the gut-brain connection. Probiotics aid nutrient absorption and promote glycemic control, helping avoid spikes and drops in blood sugar levels. But most importantly, studies have shown that there are direct lines of communication from the gut to the brain. So taking probiotics actually changes your behavior and brain chemistry, thereby improving cognitive function and reducing depressive symptoms. A 2017 study illustrated the correlation between gut health and depression. Researchers analyzed 44 adults with irritable bowel syndrome and mild to moderate anxiety or depression. Half of the group took a probiotic, specifically Bifidobacterium longum NCC 3001, and the other was given a placebo. 6 weeks after taking probiotics daily, 64% of the patients taking the probiotic reported decreased depression.
So for anybody that doesn't know what placebo is, the placebo effect is when they do an experiment on you. It might be a group of people that'll do an experiment, and they'll give one group of people the actual medication, and the other group of people, they basically give them a fake dose of the medicine. And it's believed to be that all of the people that took the actual medication, of course, their brain, because they was taking the medication, um, they got better. But all of the people that they told that they gave them the medicine, but they really gave them a fake medicine, the people that didn't really get the medicine, their brain actually healed because they believed that they took the medicine. They automatically cured whatever the problem was in their body without having the medicine. It was just the thought of them having the medicine that their body cured itself. So that's in relevance to what he's talking about. And he's saying how the gut and the brain thing, like, I'm gonna let him keep talking.
Of the patients taking a placebo, only 32% reported decreased depression. 5. Vitamin D3. A systematic review and meta-analysis evaluating the efficacy of vitamin D supplement as a natural remedy for depression found that vitamin D supplementation was favorable in the management of depression because it changed vitamin levels in a way that is comparable to antidepressant medications. Vitamin D3 can be especially effective. Vitamin D acts like a hormone in the body and affects brain function, which is why a deficiency is linked to an increased risk for mood disorders, including depression and seasonal affective disorder, or winter depression, a form of depression that comes and goes in a seasonal pattern. 6. Adaptogen herbs. Adaptogen herbs are a class of plants that are known to help with regulating stress hormones and relaxing the nervous system. They help balance and protect the body by reducing cortisol levels when you're under any type of stress. 2 adaptogens that work as natural remedies for depression include rhodiola and ashwagandha. Rhodiola works by increasing the sensitivity of your neurons, including 2 neurotransmitters, serotonin and dopamine. These neurotransmitters help increase focus and memory and improve mood. Ashwagandha works to combat the effects of stress, reduce anxiety and depression, and balance hormones. The best part about these natural remedies for depression is that there are no adverse side effects, as opposed to most antidepressant medications. 7. B complex. B vitamins are involved in neurotransmitter function, and research has shown that low levels of both folate and vitamin B12 levels, in particular, are linked to depressive symptoms. This is especially true for patients who have been treated with lithium and those with alcoholism. Vitamin B12 supports the neurological system and boosts energy levels, and folate supports nutrient absorption, helps reduce irritability, and fights fatigue. Taking a B complex vitamin can help produce serotonin naturally and relieve depressive symptoms without the need for medications or toxic sugary foods. 8. St. John's wort. Several studies have confirmed that St. John's wort can help fight mild to moderate depression and anxiety. St. John's wort works as a natural remedy for depression that can be compared to the efficacy of SSRIs. Plus, research has revealed that St. John's wort has fewer side effects than standard antidepressants. Although researchers aren't exactly sure how St. John's wort works to fight depression, it's believed that it may be associated with the herb's ability to make more serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine available in the brain. This is important because these 3 neurotransmitters help boost mood and improve the symptoms of depression. Also, if you choose to use St. John's wort as a natural remedy for depression, do it only under the guidance of your healthcare provider. 9. Lavender oil. Lavender oil helps relieve stress, promote a feeling of peace, and improve sleep. It actually has a long history of medicinal use for mood disorders because it has sedative and calming properties, and this oil also has neuroprotective effects. It enhances dopamine receptors and works as an antioxidant. Use lavender oil as a natural remedy for depression. Add 5 to 10 drops to warm bath water. Diffuse 5 to 10 drops in your bedroom at night to promote sleep, and apply 2 to 3 drops topically to the temples, chest,
No,
and
I
wrists in
edit
the
that
morning.
because
10.
I
Roman
really
chamomile. Roman
I'll
chamomile
be glad
essential
to hear
oil works as a mild sedative that naturally calms nerves and promotes relaxation.
that. You just
Research has found
send
that
me a
Roman
thumbs up.
chamomile oil can be used alone or in combination with lavender oil to improve sleep quality and reduce anxiety. To use Roman chamomile as one of your natural remedies for depression, inhale the vapors directly from the bottle a few times a day. Apply 2 to 3 drops topically to your wrists and back of neck, or diffuse 5 to 7 drops at home or at your workplace. 11. Relationships and support. Because depression is most commonly caused by emotional issues, it can become worse due to lack of positive relationships, low self confidence, and lack of purpose. Find a strong community of friends who can support and encourage you and focus on your spirituality. It's also helpful to seek counseling with a professional so you can manage stress and strategize about your treatment methods and goals. A 2013 study conducted at the University of Michigan found that the quality of social relationships is a major risk factor for major depression. Risk of depression was greatest among those with poor overall relationship quality, a lack of social support, and social strains. Researchers found that these relationship statuses more than doubled the risk of depression. It seems that healthy personal relationships may be one of the most important natural remedies for depression.
Fact,
12. Exercise. A 2019 randomized study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association sought out to determine if physical activity can play a role in reducing risk for depression. Findings from the study showed that higher levels of physical activity were linked to reduced odds for major depression, suggesting that getting regular exercise can be a powerful preventive strategy for protecting mental health. Exercise gives you a boost of energy, helps you to sleep better, and builds confidence. These benefits of exercise can help improve depressive symptoms and promote feelings of happiness and self-worth. A 2012 systematic review found that exercise can help reduce the symptoms of depression, especially when it is done in combination with psychological therapies. For instance, a 2018 study found weight training significantly reduced symptoms of depression throughout 33 clinical trials, including 1,877 participants, regardless of health status, and even if no improvements in strength occurred. Aim to exercise 3 to 5 days a week for 20 minutes or more. You can try any type of exercise that you like, such as yoga, Pilates, running, bar, burst training, and calisthenics. Even taking a walk outside can boost your happy hormones and energy levels. Of the natural remedies for depression, this is one that offers some of the most variety of options to choose from. 13. Time outdoors. Research has shown that improving your vitamin D levels can help reduce the symptoms of depression. In fact, the relationship between depression and vitamin D deficiency from a lack of sun exposure was first noted more than 2,000 years ago, according to research. Aim for spending 10 to 20 minutes in the outdoors in the sun daily. 14. Psilocybin mushrooms. While still classified as Schedule 1 drug, psilocybin, a powerful compound in so-called magic mushrooms, may assist with serious medical conditions like treatment-resistant depression, which is fairly common, and research institutions like Johns Hopkins University are urging a reclassification of this substance from Schedule 1 to Schedule 4 so it can be used for medical treatments. 15. S-adenosyl L-methionine, S-adenosyl methionine E. SAMe is a naturally occurring compound in the body that plays a role in neurotransmitter regulation. Studies have suggested that SAMe can be an effective supplement for mild to moderate depression, often comparable to prescription antidepressants, but with fewer side effects. It is thought to boost serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine levels, which are often low in individuals with depression, and there is evidence that supports its efficacy for improving mood and reducing depressive symptoms. 16. 5-hydroxytryptophan, 5-hydroxytryptamine. 5-hydroxytryptophan is a precursor to serotonin, the neurotransmitter that regulates mood, sleep, and appetite. Supplementing with 5-hydroxytryptophan may help improve serotonin levels, helping alleviate symptoms of depression. Clinical trials have indicated that 5-hydroxytryptophan may be effective for mild to moderate depression, with some studies suggesting it works synergistically with certain antidepressant medications. 17. Ginseng. Ginseng, particularly Panax ginseng, is a well-known adaptogen that helps the body cope with stress and fatigue, which are often linked to depression. It has mood-boosting properties and may regulate the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis to reduce symptoms of depression. A study in Journal of Ginseng Research found that ginseng improved mood and cognitive function in individuals experiencing mild depression. 18. Saffron. Saffron, a spice derived from the flower of Crocus sativus, contains active compounds like crocin and safranol that may enhance mood and combat depressive symptoms. Research has shown that saffron supplementation can be as effective as some prescription antidepressants in some people without causing significant side effects. For example, a review published in Journal of Affective Disorders confirmed saffron's antidepressant effects in several clinical trials. 19. Light therapy. Light therapy, such as red light therapy, involves exposure to bright artificial light, which can help regulate circadian rhythms and boost serotonin production. This is particularly effective for seasonal affective disorder, a form of depression linked to reduced sunlight during winter months. Research published in American Journal of Psychiatry demonstrated the effectiveness of light therapy in treating both SAD and non-seasonal depression. 20. Meditation and acupuncture. Meditation and acupuncture are holistic practices that can help reduce stress and alleviate depressive symptoms. Meditation promotes mindfulness and emotional regulation, while acupuncture stimulates specific points on the body to enhance energy flow and mood. Studies have shown that these practices can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, improve sleep quality, and enhance overall well-being. Other potential tips and natural remedies for depression symptoms you may want to try include avoiding alcohol and drug use, setting personal boundaries and limits, prioritizing self-care, utilizing emotional freedom technique, EFT tapping. Each of these remedies can complement conventional treatments, but it is essential to consult a healthcare professional before starting new therapies, especially if you are already taking medication or have underlying health conditions. Precautions. If you are suffering from depression and want to use these natural remedies for depression to improve your symptoms, do it under the care and guidance of your healthcare provider or counselor. Don't be afraid to ask for support, as it's so important to get help when you need it. If you notice any adverse reactions to these natural treatments for depression or your symptoms become worse, discontinue the use of that remedy and see your healthcare provider. Also, it may take 3 to 4 weeks to see improvements with some of these natural remedies for depression. Final thoughts. Depression is one of the main causes of disability, with around 280 million people suffering from depression worldwide. Antidepressant medications are effective for many people, but don't work for everyone, and they come with a slew of side effects. Luckily, there are natural remedies for depression, like dietary changes, using essential oils for depression, supplementing with vitamin D, 3 and B vitamins, and making lifestyle changes. Seeking counseling and community support has also been shown to be beneficial for people who are suffering from depressive symptoms, in addition to these natural remedies for depression.
Sheesh, sheesh, sheesh. Did you get all that? Did you get all that? If you didn't, luckily for you, this shit is on. I hate flies. Anyway, if you didn't catch all of that, luckily for you, it's on YouTube, so you can watch this shit as many times as you want and take what you can from it as many times as you want or as many times you need to. Pause it, etc., etc. The info is here. The info is there. All you got to do is listen to it and apply it to what you need to use it for. Everything isn't for everybody, and everything isn't going to work for everybody. But this is 20 fucking remedies that you could use to help you with your depression. If you can't pick one out of these 20 remedies, then you deserve to stay in your depressive state. You don't want the help, bro. You don't want it. You gotta apply. You just gotta find which things work for you. It ain't about everybody else. Fuck everybody else. This is about you and what you need to do to better yourself and to better your mentality as a person, as a man, as a human, as a woman. You feel me? But yeah, that's the session for today. I might pop back on later and drop another one. I just wanted to, test that out a little bit, see how the little voice action work. Pretty cool, but it's a little draining for me. Like me, I'd rather be doing it myself because it give me something to do rather than letting somebody else read the shit. But I wanted to try it out. I probably won't do that shit again. Most more than likely, I'll be doing the talking. I like my voice better anyway. So yeah. Hopefully you could use this and apply it to whatever you need to in your life, or maybe you could send it to somebody else that you know is suffering with any type of mental disorder or mental depression or anything that they're going through in their life. We all got something. Do you hear? Oh, do you hear the number? The number depression is one of the main causes of disability, with around 280 million people suffering from depression worldwide. 280 million. And I'm damn near 100% sure that more than half of those 280 million people don't even know that they have depression. That's how depression is. It works where you think it's not depression, you think it's just a bad mood, or you know, your emotions all over the place. Especially females, because they emotional, so they don't really look at it like, oh, they just think, no. If you look at one of my other videos that I put up about women and their depression, I was talking about how women receive depression from getting their menstrual cycles at an early age. Like the earlier they get their menstrual cycle, as the more that they suffer from depression. So I was saying, like, can you imagine how many women have it that don't even know that they have it? You feel me? Let alone men, because we don't even talk about the shit. We don't talk about nothing. I mean, we was taught to just eat that shit. Like, all right, you gotta deal with that shit, nigga. Man up. Don't talk about nothing. So a lot of men suffer with depression and don't talk to nobody. Don't have nobody to talk to. Don't express nothing. Nothing. Niggas don't cry. None of that. I cry. Fuck that. I let that shit loose because I understand now. When I was younger, I didn't. I understand now. Tell you something. For a long time, I was taught not to cry. For a long time, I was taught to make you weak. And as I've gotten older, bruh, that shit was a lie. Yes, it does. Now, if you crying in front of people and you just a little sissy ass dude and you just crying all the fucking time, you just soft as shit, that's different. I'm talking about a man. You feel me? Like you in your room and you feel some shit, nigga. Let that shit go. Nigga Hassan Campbell said one time, God gave us tears for us to cry. What other reason do we have tears for besides to cry? And to mush in our eyes, of course, but I mean, what do we use the tears for? To cry. It's a meaning why we have them. So you use them purposefully, not just being no punk ass dude. You crying, oh shorty left me. You crying. You could be heartbroken. You could cry. You could be emotional. But you gotta get over that shit and get past that shit. Don't be out here whining like no little sissy, man. Ain't nothing wrong with crying though. I've learned that shit actually helps rather than building up all of that anger and hurt and pain and animosity. A lot of times when you do that, you can't control what happens when you explode. Crying releases some of that explosion. It don't make you weak. It actually makes you strong. But till next time I'm out this thing, I'll be back with another one. I definitely holler at y'all. Hopefully y'all feeling good, staying safe, staying blessed, staying out the way, and just being in peace, man. Just being in peace, trying to figure out yourself and how to make moves for you and yours. So next time I'm out this thing, I holler. Woo, we out of here.